Today's video is all about how to manage your time as a teenager in high school. Now me, I am also a teenager in high school, and I've been doing YouTube for about like 5.5 years now on top of being in school, in addition to extracurriculars and just being social and all that stuff. And over all that time, I've actually learned a lot about managing my time and just being able to like do work, do school, have a social life, and still be, sane. So I thought I'd share with you guys some of my tips on how to manage it all. And with that being said, let's get on to the video. So my number one tip is to make a to-do list every single day. This will really help you stay on track with what you need to do and just make sure you get everything done without kind of procrastinating. For this, I normally use the Notes app on my phone and I do the little checklist thing, and that way it's super accessible throughout the day. Like I don't have to go back to my planner to look at my to-do list, and also I can check things off as I do them. Also, I find that's really helpful to have everything you need to do written down. It just always makes it seem much less daunting, and it helps me keep from getting too stressed. Because I always find that I feel like I have a lot to do, but once I have it written down, it's only like 5 things, and it's actually much more manageable than I thought. My next tip is super obvious, but just don't procrastinate. I know this is super hard and I do it sometimes too, but honestly getting things done early as opposed to last minute will just make your life so much less stressful, and you'll find that the tasks that you were putting off are actually not that bad. And going back to the to-do list, that can also really help you not procrastinate things, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to leave things unfinished. So if it's on my to-do list, I'm much more inclined to do it and not procrastinate till the next day. My next tip is just to plan things as far ahead as you can. Whether it's planning a date to go in to see your teacher or planning some time to get lunch with your friends, the farther ahead you plan things, the easier it will be to keep up with everything else. I always find that when I plan things farther and farther ahead, I'm able to manage my time a lot better leading up to it, just knowing what I need to do the next upcoming days or the next upcoming weeks. Also, if you're someone that gets kind of anxious when you have a lot of things to do, just planning them ahead of time will give you more time to prepare for that and just kind of to anticipate what is coming. Now, going off of that, my next tip is to utilize a calendar or planner as much as you possibly can. I've always found that I'm much more organized and productive when I'm using a planner to write everything down. Not only does it help me to not forget things, but also I find that it really helps giving me the sense of feeling like my life is very together and that I'm organized. And overall, it just really reduces how stressed I get about things, just being able to see everything planned out in one place instead of jumbling everything up in my head and building it up to be much more stressful than it actually is. When everything is written down nice and neatly in a planner, it just kind of minimizes all that. My next tip is more regarding school, and that is to study your notes every single day. That way you're kind of spreading your studying out over the course of the entire lesson instead of cramming it all in the few days before the assessment. I know this can be really hard, especially if you have a lot of homework and assignments every single night, but if you just take a little bit out of your night to review what you learned that day and make sure you really understand it and that you've memorized key terms and stuff like that, it'll make studying for your tests much easier, and you won't need to study in such big blocks leading up to the test, if you know what I mean. And last but not least, it's really important to make time to have a social life. When you're super busy with extracurriculars in school, this can seem kind of impossible. But if you actually schedule a time to hang out with friends, get coffee, get lunch, it really is much more doable than you might think. I've always had a lot going on between school and YouTube and extracurriculars, and over the past couple of years, I've really made it a priority to have a social life as well. I mean, I felt like in middle school, I was really missing out on a lot of that. And now that I'm in my later years of high school, I'm trying to make it a time that I don't regret. I want to be able to remember times with my friends and not just the times where I am cramming for tests or stressed out and freaking out about everything. Even if it is just getting lunch with your friends like once every 2 weeks on the weekend, it'll just really help you a lot mentally, and it'll actually allow your time in high school or college to be more enjoyable. I can't stress this enough. It really is important to make time for yourself, to relax, to have friends. Just school isn't everything, and you really need to find a balance between the two. Luckily, if you use all these tips I just gave you on managing time, it definitely is possible. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I post new videos every single Saturday. I also have Instagram, a Twitter, and a Snapchat, so go ahead and follow me, all of those. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!